we are still in St. John. We're in a new bay. This is
Rendezvous
Bay. It's really pretty out here. It's very quiet. It's not in the park, so it's one of the few places you can anchor here at St. John. I think typically it's pretty rolly. I want to open that. But it's not really right now, so but it is windy. But AJ and Jeremy on our one of our buddy boats over here, Willow, went and hunted and gathered today. They didn't gather. He said that's just foraging, but whatever. So they went out fishing today, looking for lobster and just fish in general, and it sounds like they were successful. AJ got a big grouper.
A decent sized grouper.
Decent sized grouper, and Jeremy got a couple snappers. They said they did find some lobsters, big lobster hole, but here in
Virgin Islands you can't spear them. You have to snare them, net them, or grab them with your hand.
Okay, and they weren't in a place where you could do that?
I didn't have gloves.
Okay.
So I couldn't grab them with my hand, and we don't have a snare.
Okay.
And Jeremy tried to grab one, but they kept retreating into the hole.
Yeah.
And,
darn it.
Yeah. So.
Because that would be really nice to have some lobster. So anyhow, but we have some fresh fish. So Jeremy's going to come over with his tools and kit, and they're going to clean.
Fish filleting lessons.
Yeah, teach AJ how to clean and fillet the fish, because we've never really done that. I think once.
Yeah, once, a long time ago.
Yeah, so they're going to do that, and I guess we have fish tonight for dinner. So anyway, so that'll be cool. So when they get back here, we'll take some pictures with the fish.
Yeah, we're not done fishing yet. We're gonna.
Oh, you're gonna go back out?
Gonna go back out.
Oh, cool.
They've been sitting in the bucket for a little while.
Okay. So. All right. Sounds good.
Awesome. We got fresh water right off the back too.
Baggies for fillet. Stickers in there. Yeah, got some good ones.
Where y'all found some lobsters?
Oh my gosh, there's
Tiny.
a ton of them. But I don't know how to get them without shooting.
Yeah. All right, where y'all go? Get down there. All right.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's nice. Good job. Gotta figure out how to cook it.
I'll watch you, and then
Yeah. Let me do. I think this is thicker knife. Stronger, like you still alive.
Yeah. That's the part I hate.
Yeah. So basically, the main meat starts from like here and comes behind these dorsal.
Nice if the boat would stay still. thing, like behind the gills.
Yeah, I would come in right here.
Yeah. You want the bigger knife, honey, that we have in the kitchen? The one I know, the one that I know is sharp? Not cutting? Get through one side good and then flip it over.
Yeah. Try not to cut into the stomach too much, right? Because you don't want to end up with extra gut going everywhere.
Yeah, this is a horrible process.
It is.
I don't like this.
It took me a really long time to get desensitized seconds.
Yeah, I don't love it. Is that the stomach right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which, you know, I will often fillet it without gutting it.
Uh-huh.
The bigger the fish, the easier it is to do that with.
Right. Those gloves may not have enough grip to them either, AJ. He's moving, yeah. He's got a lot of reflexes. I hate that. It's really stressful.
That's why I was like, wait a second.
He's got no head. He's got to be dead. His tail seems to still be moving. It's crazy. Not a fan of this cleaning fish thing at all. not experienced that.
Yeah. But I also only had like maybe one other grouper.
Yeah, may just be something
Yeah.
with a grouper. Looks like a nice thick piece of meat. Alright. We'll do that. I can do that later. So you're trying to catch fish while you're under sail. You got to do all of this while once you catch the fish?
So it kind of depends on like conditions. But usually I will do a quick gut.
Okay.
Like I may just take the head off and guts overboard.
Okay.
And then we get it like assuming it's like a good sized fish.
Right.
We'll trash bag it and then into the fridge, freezer.
Okay.
Wherever we can put them.
Yeah.
To get them cold.
And just hang on until...
Like if I'm going to go into like filleting or anything like that, typically we'll do that once
you get where you're going. Okay.
Looks pretty good. Got a meal there.
All right. Here's another bag. Here, put that in your stuff so you have one. All right. Well, that concluded our fish filleting lesson. Jeremy's down there finishing up his second fish. Got a little bit of a rain coming, and then I think they're going back out in a little bit. So cool. We got fish tonight for dinner. That's pretty awesome. Hey guys. It's quite rolly out here. We are moving anchorages. We're going from Rendezvous on St. John, kind of around the corner to Little St. James.
Epstein Island.
Yeah, which is also known as Epstein's Island. It was sold, I think, back in 2019 when he died. Anyway, so we're going over there. Wow, it is really rolly out here. Got a downwind sail, 13 knots of wind, so we're moving around about 5. And it's not bad, it's just really, there's a good bit of swell. I don't know if it really shows up, usually doesn't, but there's a good bit of swell coming from that direction. And anytime it hits us broadside, it's just uncomfortable. You can see Willow up there in front of us. Get a place where you can see them. They're just kind of rolling side to side as the waves hit them. So yeah, we don't have too far to go. How long? What does it say?
I didn't chart the course. It's right there within sight. So
Yeah.
on the other side of that.
So maybe 45 more minutes, maybe an hour, I don't know. So not too far, but you know, far enough to be kind of uncomfortable. But we're supposed to meet back up with Remedy possibly over there, if they're able to get out of Charlotte Amelie. There's definitely some systems moving through and some heavier winds coming over the weekend, and
We canceled our Beckway trip.
yeah,
We postponed it.
yeah. We're kind of up in the air about a lot of stuff right now. With Trump taking office and everything that he's doing with,
Over in the Western Caribbean. The,
yeah. And
South American countries are, might wait for that to settle down a little bit.
yeah, he's, you know, sending all the refugees or whatever back, migrants back to Guatemala and Colombia, and talking about taking back the Panama Canal. We just thought maybe it's not the best time to head west, so I don't know.
Here, see what happens.
So
We haven't decided yet.
yeah, we haven't made a decision, but it sounds like we may be staying in the Eastern Caribbean for another year. Maybe doing Aruba and Curacao for hurricane season, because we really don't want to do Trinidad again. Of course, we'll go there if we have to, if the storm's coming. I wouldn't mind going to Grenada for a little bit, just because we never really did anything in Grenada. I wouldn't mind exploring the country a little bit, but I don't want to spend all of hurricane season there. So I don't know, we'll see. But things are pretty up in the air. We're definitely not on our way to Beckway, and don't know that that's going to happen before the kids come. So we may just be here through the middle or end of March, and then we'll regroup and decide what we want to do. Maybe we'll run to Puerto Rico, visit Calabrita, and then start making our way back down. I don't really know. We'll see. But we'll keep you posted. I'll show you when we get to Little St. James, what that little anchorage is like. I don't know what the plan is. I think part of the reason we were going there is that Jeremy, again, wanted to fish.
Yeah, we're spearfishing, I think, the next island over on the
Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty decent for fishing, so
Bob said there was good snorkeling in Little St. James.
yeah, so we'll see. We've been kind of cooped up on the boat for 2 days, so it's nice to be moving a little bit. It's kind of rolly. The first day,
You didn't get off the boat.
yeah, I never got off the boat. AJ went fishing, and I really wasn't up for being in the water that day. And then the next day got really windy and kind of rolly and breezy, and it just wasn't a great day to be in the water anyway. So yeah, I've just been kind of cooped up on the boat. But it's nice to be moving, and you'll see what we see. Hold on. Right, so this is where we're headed, Little St. James, also known as Epstein Island. Okay, so we're here in between Great St. James, which I think is right there, and Little St. James, which is right here. This is the infamous Epstein Island, which has now been sold. I don't know who owns it now, but it is private. We can't go ashore here. I don't even think we can go ashore the beach, which usually beaches are not private and you can access the beach, but I see signs like literally right at the water edge over there, so I'm sure they're saying no trespassing. But anyway, it's really pretty here. We're anchored in about I don't know, about 15 feet of water. Beautiful turquoise blue color. There's supposed to be good snorkeling, I think, over there on that point. Here's Willow, our buddy boat for right now, traveling with us. Yeah, really pretty water. I want it to warm up a little bit. It's not hot enough yet for me to want to get in the water. AJ's getting ready to move our boom. Take advantage of the sun, make some power. He did do some projects yesterday. I didn't record any of it because it wasn't real pretty. He went in and hooked up a new router and a smaller inverter so that we can actually run Starlink without having the whole boat turned on. It was currently plugged into an AC outlet, and we had to turn on the big inverter, the 5,000 watt inverter, to run Starlink, which took a good bit of power. The inverter itself takes power. Some of this is all above my head, but he did say it was a pretty significant power savings by doing that. So that's good. So we can run it now when we're sailing without having to have the whole boat on. He's also putting the TV on a separate inverter, I think, so we can run the TV and Starlink without having to turn the whole boat on as well. So anywhere we can save power. I mean, we did just add solar, and that's making a pretty significant difference. But we use a lot of power. I'm not very good at conserving. I try, but we're still not great at it. And so if we can save power, anywhere we can save power, we need to do it. So that was good. Anyway, this is where we are for the day. AJ's probably going to go fishing at some point, and we may go snorkeling at some point, so you'll see what we see. We didn't really do much today. The boys didn't go fishing, but we did find out it was Mary's birthday, and I just happened to have a cake mix, so I baked cupcakes that I'm taking over, so that will be yummy. Not bringing the camera though. I may take a few pictures, but they're not big camera people. Don't really love things being filmed, so I don't want to put that on them. But I did make her cupcakes for her birthday, so that'll be kind of fun. Okay, guys. Excuse me. Alright, so we're still here at St. James, Little St. James actually, Island. It's just absolutely beautiful out here. I know it's got a really bad history, and it's a little hard sometimes to get past that, but it's just a gorgeous little place. So anyway, the boys have gone out hunting. Not sure. Oh, there's Remedy, Willow, and I think right over there is the dinghy. So I think they're over there hunting, hopefully being productive. And we, Mary and I, are gonna go join them and do some snorkeling. So hopefully there'll be something to see. I know we saw lots of turtles over that way. Don't know what the coral and the fish and stuff looks like, but we're gonna go check it out for sure, and hopefully it'll be a good productive day. It's very rolly here. Look, that's Willow right now, and we're actually doing about the same thing. There's quite a current that comes through here because we're squeezed in between these two little islands, and there's a reef right off here to the right, and a bunch of ferries that run through that area, so it just kind of pushes a lot of water through, and then that swell hits us broadside. It's not even much of a swell, but it's enough to really get the boat rocking and rolling for sure. So we may spend one more night here, and then there's some pretty significant winds coming, so we're going to move over to Charlotte Amalie. Brittany on Willow is flying out the first of next week. So Jeremy's going to stay put over there while she's gone. We'll probably hang out there through the winds, and we've had to cancel our trip to Beckway. I think we said that on the last video. For now anyway. So we'll probably hang out in this area until the kids come. If we get a decent weather window, we might leave and go to St. Croix, but I don't know. So anyway, we'll be heading out snorkeling soon, and you guys will see what we see. love this rock. This rock right here. Love the color that's in it. It's just beautiful. The color in that rock is just gorgeous. This is Dog Island that the boys are here at now. So it's kind of around the corner. That is the backside of Willow St. James, where we're actually anchored. We come from there over here to Dog Island. Unproductive day. That's frustrating.
I took a few shots.
What were you shooting at?
One snapper and a couple of grizzlies.
Gotcha.
A little bit smaller than what I got last night.
Yeah. Just missed the shots.
Yeah, a couple times deep too, so I went down to see if it was big enough to shoot and come up the dark. I realized what it was and I ran out of shots.
Yeah. It's a lot of work to hunt.
It is. We did more snorkeling than hunting,
Yeah.
but it was still fun.
Yeah. I love this rock here. The color is so pretty. It's beautiful.
Rocks are in the first place.
Yeah. They're just too small. Yeah. I guess we could flip-flop and let Mary go back with Phil. If y'all aren't gonna hunt anymore.